and a leading psychiatrist in the UK is warning parents not to give their kids smartphones before secondary school, which in the UK is about age 12. The doctor tells the Daily Telegraph parents are being forced to buy the devices for their young kids so they don't feel left out at school. But he warns about the dangers of social media on the phone, saying it could make kids feel anxious and depressed, and time spent online could leave them vulnerable to cyberbullying. So, the recommendation, Bren, like it or not.
I love it, love it, love it.
You look at your phone.
I am, because I was looking at
your phone.
At the stat. Well, I read somewhere that the lights in our phone elicit the same feelings and reactions that weed does. So I'm concerned about, we can manage that, right? But I don't know about a 13
I eat a bag of Doritos every time I pick up my phone.
Look, someone's phone is going off over here. I'm
look
serious.
like it,
I've made it a habit of turning off my phone at night because that light does interfere with the way our brains process information. I do have a problem with kids staying on their phone 5 hours a day. It causes brain damage. They're not processing the information the way that they ought to be processing. I mean, they're still developing emotions, cognitive capabilities. I think that there's a lot of merit to keeping
restrictions, right? I do think that times have changed. The days of my mom going to work, giving me a key to go home at the end of the day, and knew that I would be there and she could call. Phone rings once, it's mom, she calls back. Those days are gone. I think the kids now almost need to be tracked, and I think a phone helps to do that. There's an emergency, my little girl is snatched or something there. I want them to be able to call, or at least have some way for parents to have that level of safety.
Yeah, I agree with you as well. When you think about it, let's just be real. Every kid under the age of 12 in this day and age probably has a cell phone. I think of my niece and my nephews, 4 of them, by the way. They all have a cell phone. What it is that the parents have to be more involved. The parents have to make sure and track, as you stated, what they're doing day in and day out. Furthermore, I would even argue or even recommend that a lot of those cell phones download an app so that they're being educated while they're actually on that cell phone versus going on social media and doing things that they should not be doing.
Yeah, but when their kids are on the phone, how can you monitor what their activity is unless you lock...
I have a colleague, and Jim knows her. She says that she has the access to all of her sons'
Can she remotely lock them or shut them down?
Everyone leaves that phone in the kitchen at the night. She does not let them take it to the room. She's on top of it, but I believe that becomes something...
And I'd say with the new Apple software, Apple iOS 12, which they're rolling out, I'm beta testing it right now, they have a whole thing in there with screen time where, as a parent, you can say you can shut off certain apps at certain times, you can regulate it. So parents can have a much more active role. The question is, are the kids going to outsmart them? Because let's be honest, it's very easy to do.
These kids are studying hacking. I mean, that's what, one of these trends are. So I think that they can circumvent their parents' policies or whatever.
There's something to say when a 5-year-old can do more on social media than all of us can do.
That's
nowadays.
true.
And that's the God honest truth.
I am concerned about the long-term effects with their emotions and ability to kind of manage what's out there.